everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. The play clock's running down. A nickel back at it. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll come out in the pistol. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
DeForest Buckner is a really tall defensive end / defensive tackle. How about that move right there to get upfield and make the play in the offensive backfield? Excellent leverage.
You're right. Tall, big, 6'7", nearly 300 pounds. Second down, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he motions the wide receiver. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take another shot here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here we go now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it. He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some, you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now let's go. 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 3.
Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
And Boswell's kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Look at this spin.
Balance.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Mariota on first down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Bernardrick McKinney in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes still clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He's got time. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 11. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, and maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now let's go. Boom, landed. Detroit.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the 1st quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the 2nd one.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A screen to Bell. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Detroit!
Again, he'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And now the Texans defense, they get ready here. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And now out comes Houston. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Set, B-19, Leopard, Leopard.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And the wideout in motion. They go back to the air here after the INT. Flush to his right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play action pass and completing it.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Good. All right, here we go. Boom, landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
We saw him hit a big play there on a deep post, and most of the time the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Incomplete.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they'll go with a ground attack here. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. Throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Second down following the incompletion. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on the gas. Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he motions the wide receiver. Play clock winding down. They'll look to throw here. On the move to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run, and at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. First down, Mariota. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Bernardrick McKinney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Mariota now on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack.
Good. Let's go. Detroit.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
All right, now look at 56.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Got him in. Complete. This is Richard Rodgers. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now, never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans defense, we watch them get set to go. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I could just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes, first series of the second half, offense or defense, you've got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
False start, offense.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Mariota throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now, as he's on for the 5th time here today.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now the Titans defense gets set to go again. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3 and out. See if they can get some more of that. And
ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3 and out, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball.
See if they can force another 3 and out. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And the numbers comparison, and something tells me he likes the numbers a little better for this week. What do you think?
No doubt about it. And, you know, we often look for the deep meaning about, okay, why did this happen last week and this one, this. Sometimes you just play better. And we're seeing that from him. Looks happy, loose, running around.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20.
Illegal blocking the ball. Offense.
That's it, baby. Titans Ringo. Titans on Ringo. Titans on Ringo. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And quickly, they get to the line.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Still 9 yards to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now, and he's accounted for all 9 of their points thus far.
And he's definitely keeping them afloat. But we say it so often, field goals are not going to win you games in the National Football League. They've got to find ways to start capitalizing when they get down near the red zone.
And the Titans getting set to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the run.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and got some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for Tennessee.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trying on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
I can hear the sigh of relief all the way up here. A dangerous throw, backed up in their own territory and throwing an out route, and it got jumped, and they were fortunate it was only batted down and not intercepted.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction. A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was that a 3 and out, it was their 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
This is fielded at the 27. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Mariota now on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. On 2nd down, Mariota again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
To throw is Mariota. His throw caught at about the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Detroit! Check 50. Now let's go. Green.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to try and go deep again. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Green, 39.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the wideout in motion.
Patriot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
And now a first down following that long game.
Detroit!
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll give the Texans a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Red zone opportunity. They come out here in the eye.
Here we go. Blue landed.
They'll set up a throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown. this wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he connects with Ertz. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he comes back with one complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go now. Green, 30. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
And he motions the wide receiver.
Lucky 56.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. The numbers tell the story. Not the best start, but it's not often how you start, it's how you finish. And since that start, he's been good.
Can you just imagine what was going on in the locker room with the defensive coordinator? Because things were working so well. His game plan was in effect. They were holding him down. He was off his game. But you just know that he was nervous at halftime because you don't hold a guy like that down for very long. And in this case, his fears were realized. I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
On the read option, it's Mariota. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. He got 29 yards that time. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
He's got time in the pocket. Look at the time. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I don't think there could have been a better pocket for him to throw from, yet he never got rid of the football, and it goes down as a sack.
I mean, he had time to build a campfire back there, but still couldn't get rid of it.
I'll bring the s'mores next time.
This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans take possession. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Set, blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Patriot.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Steps away. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Mariota now on second down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now out comes Houston. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. Now let's go.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Time for a break. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Their big-bodied receiver, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans can take the lead with a still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that is going to put them up by 1, and it sets us up for quite a finish here. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
False start, offense.
1st and 15 here behind the chains. Shift together here from the D-line. He's back to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. 23 yards on the play. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a long. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And, Charles, he hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
Exactly. And this was by far the most nerve-wracking. They just stepped up and calmly banged it through.
He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Well, going into the final play.